I am him is a chat name, which is debatable, but he says questions. Is it safe to say Jaden Daniels is better than Tua was as a rookie?
Yes.
You saying Tua as a rookie, or do you mean is it just saying already as a rookie is he better than Tua?
Oh,
I see what you mean. Yeah,
I'm
assuming he's because very obviously, yeah, as a rookie, he's definitely better than Tua was as a rookie. Yeah. If you're saying is he already better than Tua, he's really good. I mean,
he's really good. But we said the same thing about RG3, and then
Stroud's had a hell of a regression sophomore slump this year too.
It's just the game plans are a little different. So then you have to adjust to that. So Lamar Jackson did it.
Won a playoff game on the road as a rookie, though.
On the road, but there's only been like 3 quarterbacks to do that. So let's calm down.
Man, when do we get a game in Tampa?
Right, that'd be great.
When do we get a game can we get a playoff game in Jacksonville for a playoff game? Well, the last time they did, Marino got lost 62-7. That didn't go so good.
That's good. Not good.
SDI says either way, the answer is yes. So is Bo Nix.
What?
Wow.
Bo Nix.
Well, no, because remember earlier in the year you went, "Oh my God, Bo Nix!" Like everybody said, "Oh, maybe is this a reach?" Right? And then he kind of turned it around. But that's what that guy does with quarterbacks. So
it's what it is. Look, any Dolphin fan, even the most ardent supporter of Tua right now, like it's not even really a question of talent, which already has its questions. But like, yeah, I mean, you're coming off a year where he missed 6 games, and that was the biggest red flag of him of all.
Right.
Like, I can't act like I'm not terrified going into the next season, being like, all right, what's going to be the thing that flares up this year?
Right.
But the news going into the weekend, Leroy, the Dolphins fired a couple of coaches. They fired special teams coordinator Danny Crossman, who had been here a long time.
Well, we knew that was coming.
Which we knew that was coming. I mean, but the Dolphins let go of Wes Welker as wide receiver coach.
Think that's
that one
Tyreek thing?
Is that a what thing?
Tyreek thing, or
I don't know. But he's been with him since San Francisco. I was like, whoa, that's your boy too. Hey, let me tell you something. When I've seen Leroy at top hobnobbing, Leroy was hobnobbing with Wes Welker. Left me in the dust.
Do you think he let Tyreek get away with so much that Mike McDaniel felt like I can't have you in a
that was my thought on it. I thought that, like, all right, was he not reporting how many times Tyreek Hill was late and it made him look stupid or something like that? Like, that's the only thing I can think. Like, what could you do? What could Westwood, like, because certainly you could sit here on its face and just be like, hey, Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, highest paid guys in the team, neither had 1,000 yards. Blame the wide receiver coach. But, like, isn't his job to, I mean, what does he need to do to develop those guys? Like,
yeah,
right.
That didn't seem to make a whole lot of sense. So yeah, I agree with you, Marcus. The only thing that seems to make sense to me was Wes Welker too lenient in the room?
Yeah, too much of a player's coach, huh? That sucks though, because I feel like scapegoat.
I feel like a scapegoat too.
Messed up.
That's your guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, Leroy.
Is that another thing too of like, hey, that's my guy. I got rid of him. That's how dedicated I am. Please don't fire me.
Streets need a body.
Streets need a body.
But like, what? So let me get this straight though. Wes Welker was the coach the last 3 years. 2 of those years, wide receivers were incredible.
Yeah.
Now his coaching got that much worse?
1 year. It's rough.
I don't know.
Scapegoat.
I don't know. I don't know. I think I don't know. I think sometimes players get in the comfort zone, and in order to change that and change the process in which they go about things, you change the coach to kind of get a new focus and a new attitude in there. So I don't know. Maybe it was these guys got a little bit too comfortable and they weren't doing their job.
Maybe.
And there's a lot of coaches that make assumptions that you're a professional. You've been a professional a long time. You know how to go about this. And that might not. When Tyreek says, "I didn't get enough work," right? Does that not fall on the coach? The position coach?
Does that fall on the position coach?
I don't know.
I mean, why would that fall? Like, why would that fall on him?
I don't know. I'm
Like,
guessing. I don't know why coaches get fired, dude.
That's why. Well, I just found it we all saw we're like, oh, special teams obviously getting fired, but like, this guy's been here for years. He came with Mike McDaniel from San Francisco.
Right.
They're obviously tight. I feel like when I used to go to practices, I see Mike McDaniel hobnobbing with Wes Welker all the time. Now maybe Wes Welker likes to hobnob because I saw it with Leroy too. But from my standpoint, I'm just like, wait, what? What do you mean Wes Welker got canned? I didn't understand. Like, that to me, it just felt like he either kept secrets
right
to make that kept Mike McDaniel looking a little foolish. Maybe he was trying to keep the stress off of his plate. I don't know. But you can't go out here and tell me performance. Like, we're going to blame 30 million receivers. We're going to blame their performances on the coach. Really? Malik Washington got better, did he not?
Right. Well, again, we could probably do this throughout coaching, right? But we picked to do this here in this situation. I don't know why coaches get fired, right? I mean, we just had the thought process of can't imagine how coach got fired in their first year.
Yeah.
On a team that sucked. And you knew they were going to suck. And why are you firing the coach?
Schmeathan says, what if Welker pounded the table for OBJ?
Marco's got a job for him then. We can pound the table together.
Oh, man.
Schmeathan also brought up another good point.
What's that?
You got to replace nostalgia with nostalgia. So Brian Hartline, new receivers coach?
No, he's coaching in a championship game.
Well,
Hartline is the wide receiver coach at Ohio State. Yeah. That's a much softer landing, by the way.
I feel like Hartline's sticking around there because he knows the next Michigan loss. Even if Ryan Day wins the national championship, once he loses to Michigan again,
listen. I already asked my biggest Ohio State supporter. I asked him.
And what did he say?
He said
he says he's Teflon.
He says no, he was going to be there regardless. I'm like, that's not what I was hearing after the Michigan game. I don't know, yeah, man.
I'm telling you, if he wins the national championship and he loses to Michigan again, his seat's going to get hot. They're tired of losing to Michigan.
Yeah, but the goal is to win a championship.
That's what they fired Orgeron.
I mean, hold on. All right.
I don't care that he was too horny. This is very horny, too. And irresponsible, too. Yeah, baby, you can come by practice.
We're gonna do this to the Oklahoma drill, and then we go to the room and go talk around.
Too unfilthy.
Take a break. Back after this.